can you turn this thing around from darkness and gloom? You may have to let it profit and loss, and pretty soon you too can sound like a boss. But catch the students wise, she is the queen of the Zoom. How can you turn this thing around from darkness and gloom? You may have to let it profit and loss, and pretty soon you too can sound like a boss.
Yes, woohoo! Okay, now I need to make sure that you guys can hear me. I'm going live because I got something good to share with you. So I want to make sure. And by the way, I do this on occasion. If you want to join me in the Queen of Zoom Platform Studio, you want to join me in the Queen of Zoom Platform Studio, that means you'll see the waiting room and everything. Go to speakism.com. That's S-P-E-A-K, I'm shining, ism.com, I-S-M. So I invite you to go over there. But while I'm sending you over there, I definitely want to make sure, looks like I am live. Fantastic. I see y'all over there. I see y'all in the woohoo. Yes, I see you. I see you on the page. I see you. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook, 4 groups. Hello, LinkedIn. What you been doing? Okay. And hey, Twitter. How's it going? How's it going? All right. So we got some important stuff. So if you want to join me in the studio, that means I'm going to see your face, but your face won't show here. Go to, what did I tell you to go? Go to speakism.com. All right. Hi, guys. I'm Marquessa. First of all, I apologize so much for yesterday. I was so excited. I was on my way to a perfect day. You know, have you ever been on your way to a perfect day? I was on my way to a perfect day. Then something happened. Oh, and I need to make sure you guys can hear me too. I think you can. So anyway, something happened where I tried to clamp something to my lovely MacBook Pro, and it went boop, and I said, God, please, 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 please. And it broke the screen from the inside. I just wanted to cry, but I went into solution mode. I couldn't get to an Apple store fast enough. Then they had to, you don't need to know all the details, but bottom line, it just completely derailed my day. So I just wanted to say thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging in there. I know I'm up here just doing all this stuff. Anyway, thank you for hanging in there and showing up. And I promised you something. I promised you that I would tell you 3 things you're doing, which makes Zoom your hobby. 3 things you're doing, 3 actions you're taking, maybe even 3 habits. Hello, 3 habits. And let me just turn this light down a little bit. I'm hot. Okay, let's pull that back up. 3 habits that you may be mastering or because you're using Zoom as a hobby. And that breaks my heart because the majority of individuals that I know that use Zoom have their own businesses, they're experts, they're coaches, they're authors, they're, of course, speakers and trainers and leaders and salespeople and financials. So every single person I named, they need Zoom to work for them. They're not using it for a hobby. They're using it for a business management. It's a business management tool. Okay. So I'm going to give you 3 reasons. Now, those of you that are in my Facebook group, I can see you. If you want to comment with me, talk to me, go to my Facebook group. You can get there by going to zoomtogrow.com, zoomtogrow.com. You can go in there. That's where I'm able to read all the comments, my dear, all the comments. Let me actually turn this down. Okay, there we go. And I can kind of keep up with it because, by the way, I'm not the only smart person in this group. I'm not the only person that loves Zoom and sees Zoom as a valuable platform for business. But you got hundreds of others that are in this group that blow Zoom platform out of the window. Is it the window or the wind? Or is it the earth ceiling? Anyway, it's just, I can't remember what it is today. One person I'm going to talk about, Tiffany Thien. Y'all know Tiffany, right? Tiffany Thien is in the group. She's also one of my Club ZQ members, licensees. And about a month ago, it was in April, she came on and she said, I just wanted you to know, Marquesa, before I met you, I was making 50K a year. Okay. And this is on a testimonial. So she gave me permission to share. She says, now I make 50K in a weekend. Hello. And her husband works in the business with her. And I'm going to find that testimony and put it on one of my mini sites. But I was so blown away. So it's a tool. It's truly a tool. But again, if you're using it the wrong way, shame on you. So make sure you are changing it based on what I share right here. Okay. I'm going to go here. By the way, wave to me. Let me know that you're here. Hey, Marquesa, what's up? You never know. I may answer a question for you. By the way, do you have my phone number? Okay, I'm going to give you my phone number right now. And what this is a special text lit. Okay, somebody actually emailed me today. Oh, by the way, I'm reading messages for people that text me. They text me. And Patty says, the link does not work. Can you email it? So I'm going to say, I hate when that happens. Let me just see something. What did she mean that it does not work? Okay, here we go. All right, so I just texted her Zoom to Grow. Andrew, who's one of my superstars, he says, Marquesa, I'm in the middle of a conference. I'll watch it later. So if you want to text me, here is my number. It is 917-724-8462, 917-724-8462. And, you know, I send different things out from time to time. So definitely get on that list. But my name is Marquesa Petway, and I'm a little out of sorts today because I'm on a different laptop that's a loaner. So I don't have all my eCam stuff on this particular thing. So I feel weird with this new piece. So that may be why I'm a little bit off today, but I'm on enough to make this a good use of your time. So what is one thing that you are doing? Come on, pull out the notes, pull out the iPhone. What's one thing you're doing that you need to stop right now that's making Zoom a hobby? I wrote, look at this. Number one, you're wasting time, my dear. You're wasting time. I'm sorry, you're wasting time. I'm not going to name the group, but it's a awesome group that I'm a member of. And they probably, I want to say, the co-founder of this particular group, and it's ginormous. They do live streams 3 times a week. And they, of course, they use Zoom to do it. Zoom webinar, which remember, Zoom has not one, but 2 platforms. Okay. Not one, but 2 platforms. And if you do not have access to webinar, you're missing out. And if you're thinking, well, Marquesa, when I go to zoom.us, I look at pricing. I have Zoom Pro. I pay $15 a month. I'm paying an extra $45 for webinar. Okay. Then take yourself over to zoom2income.com. Grab a license. I can't believe I have fewer than 5 left. Grab a license, and then it comes with webinar and a bunch of other things, but it's all listed on that page, Zoom to Income. Anyway, he was on webinar, and oh my goodness, the topic was fabulous. Okay, I'm just going, no, I'm not gonna, I want to say what it is, but I don't want to divert. Anyway, I remember it was just little things that he couldn't do. Oh, where do I find questions, or and I'm not talking about just the logistics. I'm talking about strategic things that could have made that time with that group even more valuable, because you can leave the group, that group at any time. So you pay per month. And so if you leave it, you'll leave it. And you don't want someone to come on and go, oh, this is not useful. And this wasn't the case with him per se, but he did not know how to use Zoom properly. All right. So there was an issue with, you felt like you were wasting time. That was an opportunity for him to dive deep into the topic we were there for. So there's a lot of things. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the 12-week year. Have you ever heard of the 12-week year? That's one of the many books that I love to read when it comes to kind of laying out my year and what I want to do. I love it. I love it. I love it. 12-week year. Anyway, the writer of the 12-week year also, I'm just blowing people up. I'm just, anyway, good guy. Anyway, he also did something similar. And I remember, you know, he didn't quite know how to use the whiteboard. So instead he put a board all the way back there when nobody could read, and such good information that we did not have access to. So wasting time. Now, here's the last note when I say wasting time. This is the biggest time waster, in my opinion, when it comes to people leveraging Zoom. The biggest time waster is getting to the meeting. Raise your hand if you agree. Where is the link? Huh? The meeting ID, what's the code? What? It's what? That is the biggest time waster. Am I right? Let me look at my group and see if you guys are agreeing with me. Is that right, or am I right? Is that the biggest time waster? I'm looking to see if you guys are agreeing with me. Is that the biggest time waster? Getting people, hey Rakita, getting people to your Zoom room. Stop wasting your time. Stop it right now. Stop. Okay, come back to me. The easiest way, I'm so dramatic. The easiest way to get someone to your Zoom room is to go into the back end of your Zoom account, you know, where you logged in. You're going to go to the profile, you know, in that place where you have your picture. Right there, right below it, you can customize your link. I've talked about this before. You can customize your link. So my customized link is Zoom Queen. So if you right now, don't do it, but right now, if you picked up your phone, you went to the Zoom app. Notice I said Zoom app. You typed in Zoom Queen where it says meeting room name, you would be on here. Isn't that cool? That's my Zoom room. So now I can tell people, go right to the Zoom website. It says join a meeting, or it says join a meeting with the meeting number or the meeting name, the meeting number or the meeting name, and give them a name. Got it? Use the customize. Now, I'm not going to go down and dirty with how to create it, but big picture is use your customized link, people. It saves time. Here's the other thing that's a problem. Passwords. For some reason, we forget it. People typing in it wrong. I'm the kind of person that will go to a grocery store and I have to check, you know, I'll check my big old basket or what have you. And so they'll give me this little, I don't know, piece of board with a number on it so that so that I can bring it to them when I want to pick it up after I finish my shopping. Well, I would lose that little thing like clockwork. Literally, I would put it here, but I would forget where I would put it. That's another subject. Anyway, people will forget your code. They'll forget where it is. They forget which email. There are a lot of people that attend multiple Zoom meetings. They can't remember your code. You get me? So what should you do instead? Are you listening? You're going to be shocked. Stop using the meeting code. Ooh, stop using the meeting code. And I know some of you are thinking, whoa, Marquessa, you're going, it's not going to be secure, blah, 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 all that stuff. It will indeed be secure because of what I'm going to tell you next. It will be secure because what you're going to do instead is enable your waiting room. Enable your waiting room. And I know some people are going, what's a waiting room? Okay, again, that's another one that I'll deal with, but you can easily enable the waiting room on the back end. Use the waiting room. You hear me? And you can let in a bunch of people at the same time. You can let them in once the music is going. What I love is Zoom now, one of the more recent updates, it lets me know who arrives in my waiting room first, kind of like at the doctor's office, you know, because I get really annoyed when I show up and I'm sitting there and I'm reading the magazines that I plan on, you know, putting in my bag, but I'm reading the magazines. And then, you know, Rakita, I'll use her as an example. She comes in, she's sitting down, we're chatting. How you doing, girl? What's up? So we're doing this. I'm on my phone. And then the nurse calls Rakita. I'm like, wait a minute. Now, granted, I don't know if she's just running late. She had an earlier appointment. You get the point. You know? So if you are letting people in one by one or whatever, maybe you're doing private coaching, which is a great way to do that, and let people wait in the waiting room until their turn. It's all different ways to do it. You know, again, it is wonderful. Now, okay, and it's easy, and literally Zoom lets you know when someone is in your waiting room. It will pop up right there in your Zoom window. It will say, Sarah is in your waiting room, Rakita is in your waiting room, Jeffrey is in your waiting room, okay? So you will not miss it. You get a little bell, little notification. Bottom line, stop wasting your time using Zoom as a hobby platform instead of a business tool. All right, that was just number one. I'm exhausted. I still got 2 more to go. Guys, now I got a lot of Zoom superstars in the group. When it comes to wasting time, do you have a tip? Please put it in the live chat right there. Let me know if you have a tip. And I will share your tip and give you credit on air. So if you have a tip where people are wasting time when they use Zoom, and I haven't mentioned it, and there's a bunch of others, please put it in the chat and I will share it, okay? Fabulous. If you're wondering who I'm talking to, one of the many places that I live stream is my Zoom Facebook group. I call it Leveraging Zoom to Grow Your Business. You can find it by going to zoom2grow.com, because I'm going to grow, zoom2grow.com. Ooh, Marilyn Subtle. She's one of the many Zoom superstars in this group. Actually, Marilyn, I love it. When I had to do a huge production, this was literally a few months after the pandemic, really, not even a few months, 2 or 3 months. Hundreds and hundreds of people had to attend this. Anyway, I hired Marilyn to be my on-air correspondent. And what she had to do was share, let people talk about the clothes and what people were wearing and all that good stuff. It was so cool. Hi, Marilyn. It's so good to see you. But anyway, Marilyn said, preload and save polls. Oh, Tiffany is there. That is so funny. I'll come back. Stay focused. Okay. It's so funny because I want to just, go over here, but I'm learning how to stay focused. Anyway, Marilyn says a good time saver is preload and save polls. Preload. So guys, you can go into the back end of your Zoom, type in all your polls, right? And they stay right there. That's preloading. And so when you go into your Zoom meeting, you don't have to create a poll last minute. If you need to, you can, but you don't have to. So I love it. Zoom has updated their poll section. So go and check that out. Thank you, Marilyn, Miss On-Air Correspondent. We got Tiffany, guys. Remember I was talking about Tiffany Thien, who is, if you need a Zoom producer, this woman is brilliant. So is Rakita. I tell you, everybody in the group, guys, you don't know. One of my wonderful new Zoom members, Facebook Zoom members, literally said, oh, I need to do something. And she posted it in the group and she had several choices. So join the group, zoom2grow.com. Okay. But anyway, hi, Tiffany. I was bragging about you. Tiffany says to save time, create meeting templates so that you just need to add the date. Hello. She is absolutely correct. In your back end, where you go to set up meetings? Right in that back end, there's a place that says meeting templates. You can literally click the meeting templates and it has all of the information you need. Because sometimes we get, we don't want to sit up here and type in all the information. What's the bio? What is it about? And when you complete a Zoom meeting or a Zoom webinar, or you complete whatever it is, save it as a template. I save everyone as a template. That's a good idea, Tiffany. I love it. See, I told you, it ain't nothing but superstars in this group. All right, anybody else? Anybody else on here? Anybody else? Okay, good. So it's a lot of people that joined. So I'm gonna move to the next one because I'm paying attention to time. And so I feel so bad that I didn't that I couldn't make it yesterday because I broke my laptop. I'm gonna go till 4 today. And then at 4 o'clock, I'm gonna meet with all of my Club ZQ members. Club ZQ members, I'm doing Q&A in a unique way. This is unique. So if you want to see what I'm doing, make sure you click the link that I just sent out. I've sent it out twice. So make sure you do that. If you want to join me at 4, okay? We won't be on this one. We'll be on a different one, but I'm doing something unique. So anyway, let me go back. Where am I? So what's the second thing that you are doing that shows you are using Zoom as a hobby tool instead of a business tool? Security overwhelm. And I kind of got ahead of myself a little bit, but security overwhelm. And I explained it earlier. And that was, instead of giving out a meeting code or a password or anything like that, just enable your waiting room. So I kind of got ahead of myself. So let me go to number 3. Number 3 is, and this is a big one. How do you know that you're using Zoom as a hobby tool instead of a business tool? You're not connecting. Sad face. You're not connecting. Sad face. And you may say, well, what do you mean I'm not connecting? Here's a sign that you may not be connecting when you're Zooming. And again, it doesn't guarantee it. It's just one of the signs. So I don't want you to feel like, this is a guarantee, but the majority of your participants have their camera off. The majority of your participants have their camera off. Okay. That's kind of a sign that you're not connecting. Okay. So, or maybe you have different groups and maybe the group size isn't growing or what have you. And then here's another thing that's huge. People aren't interacting. You ask a question, nothing is happening in the chat room. What do they call that? Butterflies? Crickets? Yeah, it's crickets. Crickets, that's what it is. Crickets in the chat room, nothing is happening. And that could be because you're not connecting. So again, so how do you connect on Zoom? So superstars, please put in the live chat here, in the Facebook group, what do you do to make sure you connect with your group? Now, this is not necessarily about your speaking skills, but what do you do on Zoom in particular to make sure you connect with every single person when you're on here? Okay, so I wrote down some things. Okay, and this is something that people miss 100%. Mix it up, baby. Mix it up. Mix it up. Don't do it the same way all the time. I would turn off my camera too. Mix it up. Surprise me. Do something different. So for example, if your sorority meets every single month, maybe your leadership team meets every single month, maybe the Girl Scouts. I was a Girl Scout. I was actually a cadet and I sold the most Girl Scout cookies. Come back, Marquessa. So anyway, it could be the Girl Scout troop, whatever it is. If you keep doing things the exact same way, people get bored. So you may say, okay, Marquessa, what do you mean? So what I mean is, why not use breakout rooms? Now, on my last broadcast, I broke out what breakout rooms are and some of the updates that Zoom put out there. So I'm not going to get into the breakout rooms or defining it for you, but it's a great way to connect people. You can literally, and here's a great way to do it. You can click a button and maybe put 2 people in every room and let them get to know each other. Okay. Or something that I think is brilliant is I will put every single person in their own breakout room. Okay, because I have 100 breakout rooms. So I'll put them all in their own breakout rooms. I'll give them a little bit of an assignment after they've heard me share the importance of the assignment. Then what I do is I'll pop into different ones to say something, or since I'm in the main meeting room on Zoom, I can just watch them all. All 100, usually it's not that many, but it could be. My point is, those breakout rooms can be used in different ways. Have fun with them. It's a great way to connect with people. It really is. So use it. Okay, another thing that is wonderful is have people raise their hand. That is the raise hand, the emojis, encourage people to use it. All right, guys, how's your day? Show me an emoji. How are you feeling? Show me an emoji. Use these awesome tools. Now, don't forget, you really need to go into your settings in your back end to make sure you're getting all the new emojis. Okay, because some people aren't getting the new emojis. So you have to go into your back end and make sure, just look at all your settings. Okay, look at all, because I'm telling you, it updates all the time. My members have to let me know, Marquez, there's an update. So make sure you go back and you look and you're getting all of the emoticons or emojis or emojis. That's what it's called. So let me see if I got any tips here from y'all. Any tips? No more tips for, how to connect more. What do you do to make sure that you're connected every single time you Zoom? So let me go back to raise hand. So in order for me to answer your question, I do ask that you raise hand. Now, I know some of you will say, well, Marquez, so what if they put the question in the chat? Should I not address it? Well, go back and forth a little bit. Maybe say, hey guys, I'm going to address what's in chat, but I would prefer you to put it in the, well, wait a minute. I prefer you to raise your hand. This is why I love people raising their hand, because I want to give a person a chance to talk. So whether I'm on Zoom meeting or Zoom webinar, this is my chance to give, let's say, I'm going to use somebody's name here. Let's say that Michael joins my Zoom, right? And so Michael raises his hand. You know what I do is I go, Michael, looks like you have a question. So then I spotlight Michael right in the center, and you see Michael on one side and me on the other, and everybody else is more in a gallery, which means they're kind of put off to the side. You just see Michael and I on the screen. That is a great way to make it more interesting, right? Make it more fun. And for those that aren't camera ready, or they do not want their face to be shown, because you can't spotlight if the camera is not on, then that's where the chat room comes in. So again, I want to connect. I want to go deeper. I want to see your face, right? That's sort of the things that I do. Okay, so many different things, but that's a big one. Use the emoticons, raise the hand, spotlight people, use all these tools. Otherwise, why are they there? Let me see what else I have. Okay, so guys, there's a ton of things. I could go on and on and on, but I just wanted to give you some tips. So what did I talk about today again? I talked about, or I shared rather, how to not, N-O-T, how to not use Zoom as a hobby platform. Use it as a business platform, and frankly, a life platform, okay? Seriously. And I talked about 3 different areas. You're wasting time because you're using it as a hobby, and time, I'm telling you, we all get the same amount of time, and I like time, right? It's so many things. I'll give you a little tip that I didn't plan on mentioning. You know how much I love the transcription. Well, you know what I do? Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Something that I do, and it's mind-boggling how how I'm able to do it, but I'm going to share a secret. Okay, here's the secret. Lean in so you can hear me. Here's the secret. Well, for example, I had a call with QuickBooks the other day. Numbers confuse me. Thank goodness my bookkeeper, my CPA, my accountant, they deal with that. But anyway, I was on with QuickBooks trying to ask a question because I had 2 accounts, blah, 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 blah. So, no, was it QuickBooks? Golly gee whiz, who was it? Oh, no. It wasn't QuickBooks. I'm sorry. It was another service, but similar to QuickBooks. So we'll pretend it was QuickBooks, but it was very similar to QuickBooks. Anyway, of course, once I booked the time, went through that little Calendly calendar or their booking calendar, typed in my information, and then then they sent a Zoom link to me, which everyone does. But guess what? I wanted to talk about something, or this meeting was going to be about something that had to do with numbers, that had to do with figures and a lot of information and a lot of details that I would have completely forgotten. Right. And I don't know about you, but I don't necessarily want to go back and watch the video, because then I'll say I'll do it later. So guess what I did? I sent an email, and this is a company now. I sent an email out there to him, and I said, listen, and this is true. I'm not, you come up with your own reasoning, but I said, I do it because I have ADHD. I have that whole ADHD thing going on. So I need it. So I will send it, and I don't even say it. I just say I have a disability, or I have a concentration thing, or because what I used to do was say, hey, I have a higher license. It's too many details. No one cares when it comes to that. But, and I'm not lying, that's actually a true statement. But what I love about it is be honest, let people know. So even when I meet with my coach, I met with my coach right before this session. Amazing. I love her. I have her come to my Zoom instead of me going to hers, because I want the cloud copy. I want the cloud copy because I get the transcription, in 2 different ways. I get the video in 4 different ways. You know the deal. I've gone over transcription before. So it's important to me, right? If, I have a girlfriend that wants to plan a party or something, if I'm walking around the neighborhood, I make sure she calls into my Zoom, right? And I record it right in the Zoom app, because I'm not going to remember those points when I'm walking outside, but that's what I like. I like it. Literally, Zoom is my assistant. So anyway, I'm going deep in it. Let me see if my superstars, any more superstars left some tips in here, guys. Put in here. I see you. Put it in here if you have some tips that you would like to show. Okay. All right. Am I here? Yeah. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed it. So anyway, I went over how not to waste time, how not to get into security overwhelm, and how to not connect. How to not connect. Okay. Whew. Yes, it feels good. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So I told you guys I'm out of sorts a little bit today, just a little bit, because I'm on a different laptop. She's fine. No offense, laptop, you're cool, but it's not my laptop. So it's weird. Anyway, and it has all these other things going on. But anyway, I was not going to let anything stop me from getting to you today. I do want to remind all of my Club ZQ members, and here's something that I did. You're going to love this. If you're watching me live and you want to attend, I'm only doing it this time, so I'm not going to do this all the time, okay? If you want to watch me when I go live at 4, not here, I'm not going live to social media. I'm going live just for Club ZQ members, but as guest, if you want to come in to see how I'm going to do something uniquely, it's going to be very unique how I'm going to do it. Let me give you a site to go to, because you do not have access to that link. And then some of you are watching this and you, for some reason, maybe you didn't get the email. But let me go and I will tell you the link, because I made sure that I created it. Let me just see something. Domains. And then I'm going to end with some interesting news that I feel so good about. Oh my goodness, I think it's, oh, yes, that's it. It's, it is, want to make sure I got this. Marquesa, really? It's got live in it. Is it Zoom Queen Live? That's what it is, guys. I couldn't remember the domain name, and I just set this up earlier. Zoom Queen Live. Where are you, darling? Yep, that's it. I just want to make sure I'm not sending you guys the wrong place. Why can't I find it? Let me just do this. Type it at the top, silly girl. Okay, here we go. Zoom Queen. I think it's Zoom Queen Live.com, because I don't want you to go there if that's not correct. Yep, that's correct. And I believe I forwarded this to the location. I do believe I did that, my darling. So I want to just make sure so I don't send you somewhere. So it's Zoom Queen Live. So you know how to spell Zoom Queen Live. So go to zoomqueenlive.com and register. That's where you get to ask a question or put whatever comments you want to put in there. And watch me at 4 o'clock as I do something very unique with my members. Okay. Let me just test it just to make sure it's working. Zoom Queen Live, but I need all my members there, and I got some new members, so I would recommend that you come on there. Zoom Queen Live, and the answer is yes, it works. Couldn't remember. Zoom Queen Live. So go to zoomqueenlive.com if you want to meet me at 4 o'clock, which I got to keep an eye on time. It's 3:51. You want to meet me at 4 o'clock to see me do something very unique. It was another thing, another announcement that I wanted to make. I will be on here next Thursday. And for the next few weeks, I will be going live at 3 p.m. Eastern instead of 2 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to put that on Thursday at 2 p.m., I'm sorry, at 3 p.m. Eastern, please, I would love if you would join me. Okay. And then I have a big surprise for you next week as well. I got lots of Zoom updates to give you. So stay connected, continue or start to use Zoom as a business tool. Okay, please, 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 because it's a game changer. So I would use it as a business tool, and I just shared here how to do that. If you do not have a Zoom VIP license, you can go and read all about it at zoomtoincome.com. That's zoomtoincome.com. Go read all about it. You got questions, send it to me at team, that's TEAM, at mlpspeak.com. Okay, it'll be team at mlpspeak.com. Normally I put up everything, but again, I'm on a different laptop and did not have time to reset all that stuff up, but I'll be together next week. So I want to tell you something. I want to close out with a little bit of inspiration. Let's see this. I love blessings. I really do. I feel blessed every time I get out of bed every morning. I love blessings. And, it really keeps you smiling. Well, I'm an organizational addict. I love things that will help me organize, from containers to drawers to you name it. I love organizing things. And I also love calendars. I remember one year, I think I had 6 calendars. Oh, I'm going to go to this for this. I'm going to go to this. I've gotten better. Don't ask me how many digital calendars I have. So anyway, anything in terms of organization, I love it. And no, it's not my expertise. I go to others to help me in those areas. So this is the blessing. I happen to be coming back from somewhere, and I really need to get out and walk more. I rarely do. So this is what makes it extra special. So I stepped into my building's lobby, and someone left, and they'll do that sometimes in my building, left this beautiful, I would show it to you. Should I show it to you? Do you want to see it? Oh my God, do you want to see it? Let me show it to you. I know you're like, really? I can't show it to you. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused because I'm over here, so it's not portable. So I can't show it to you. See, I'm holding the phone and I'm getting confused, but I can't show it to you right now. But it has 6, 12 beautiful drawers. It's like a silver little cart, but very fancy silver cart. And then the drawers are all like a light white with silver buttons or bells or knobs. It is beautiful. And so that was there. And there was one that was just straight up and down that I put in my room to organize all these glasses, but that wasn't it. They left the happy planner. Do you know what the happy planner is? They left the happy planner and stickers. Do not make fun of me. Do not make fun of me. I like stickers. I do. Sometimes when I do the sticker, it just makes my day. But they left stickers. They left these little cubby holes with different sections. If I had to guesstimate, I would say it had to be at least, I don't know, 1,500 items left there, and they would just like take it, whoever wants it. I'm like, what? And so I happened to have a housekeeper over. Ophelia was here, and I messaged her. She came down, and her and I brought all this stuff up because it would have been a lot to get in the elevator and blah 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 blah. Anyway, talk about a blessing. So anything can happen. It feels. So now I'm going to pay it forward. I always love to pay it forward, and sometimes I'll do it. I'll go and order something from a window and pay for somebody else's meal. So, but I love to pay it forward. So thank you, whoever did that. It made my day. It's so exciting. And I had to share it. So guys, I got to go. Otherwise I'm going to be late on the 4 o'clock call. And I do want a minute to, not make sure I don't shine so much later. I hope you got something out of this. My name is Marquessa Petway. I am known as the queen of the Zoom platform, AKA Zim Queen. I love to go live on Thursdays when I can. And for the next few weeks, it will be 3 p.m. Eastern. I invite you to join my Facebook group with a bunch of Zoom stars. You can find that by going zoom2grow.com. Okay. And if you want to know what all of the Zoom stars, as well as myself, use to make sure Zoom is used as a business platform, we have what I call Zoom VIP licenses, and you can go to zoom2income.com. Just be warned, I only have a few left. All right, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say goodbye right now because I just love this. I just can't leave, but then I'll be late, right? But I like to go out with a song. You got to go out with a song, right? So let me go out with a song. I had it up and then it went somewhere. So let me go out with a song and I'll see you guys later. I want to make sure I'm playing the right song. Is that the right song? That's the wrong song.
How can you turn this thing around from darkness and gloom? You truly have to let it talk about it last. And pretty soon you two can sound like a boss.
All right, I did it. That was it. Bye. See you next week. Hopefully.